episode of FC Goa TV. Coming up, FC Goa's second friendly match. Edgar Marcelino sheds light on growing up in the soccer-friendly Portugal. And a visual treat, the churches and old Portuguese houses of Goa. Let's go straight into the FC Goa second friendly game. After getting past the Sessa Football Academy 3-0 in their first friendly match, FC Goa were up against the India Under-19 team in their second friendly encounter. Goan team fired on all cylinders from the very beginning until they could take the lead in the 19th minute when Harun Amiri found the back of the net. The India Colts tried to show some resilience thereon and almost converted a chance on the counter. However, Miguel Herline scored to make it 2-0 just before half-time. The second half seemed entirely dominated by Zico's side. They went on to add the third goal through some brilliant footwork by Gabriel Fernandes. FC Goa added another one to their kitty when Oli Charan Nazare scored a brilliant goal to make it 4-0 in favour of FC Goa.
If they don't doing that in Europe, why should we, giving them the whole, main attention for that? So we need to give value for the players who are in Brazil as well.
E futebol não se ganha com 11 jogadores, futebol se ganha com um grupo e ele vai fazer parte de um grupo com vontade de vencer.
With his technique and with his experience, he has a lot to help. But football you don't win with 11. It's a group that wins, a championship. And André Santos comes to be part of that group who is going to fight for the trophy.
It was a good game. The boys had a good taste of World Cup players, that brand of football, they learn. It's rather than we teaching them, they learn from the players who are playing inside.
Today, we know each other better between foreign players, Indian players, and now we train together 3 weeks, so we prepare things, and the team is going to improve, I think, with time. But we have to be ready very fast because the championship is coming.
Look, they're going to learn a lot because great men like Zico has come and all the players are under training under him, and he's an international star. So no.
The game is tough because of hot weather. So the opponent team is play good. So we had just 2 games. So slowly we dominated the game, but it's good game.
It was better than the first game. Now we are playing a little bit better because we just play one game and we didn't know each other very good, but now we start to be together as a group, as a team, and it's being better. In the first 2 games the first 2 weeks was very difficult. Now we start to get used about this weather, but of course the first 2-3 weeks is very difficult for us. The weather is nice, is hot. Okay, to play football is not so good, but anyway, it's our life, so we continue.
It's normal because that's a pre-season. We worked very hard this weekend, especially Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So today it was much better, with a good tempo, with the intensity. So of course you go up because the season will start soon. So I'm very happy because we played much better. So that's very important to have more communication between the players.
Zico said you wanted to play the entire match, but he had to withdraw you because to conserve your energy as well. Are you feeling the heat too much of tiredness because of the heat here?
Of course, at the end I was a little bit tired because the weather is very hot, especially on the first time. But it's not a problem. I think we need to more adaptation with the weather, especially. But personally, yeah, I'm feeling good for myself, better with the player, especially with the Indian player. So yeah, everything for the moment is okay. Yeah, and I think the team is ready for the season. Yeah.
Now we get you Edgar Marcelino off the field.
I started when I was 10, but I play in my town, in Coimbra, in academic at Coimbra. But in 6 months, everybody see that I was a very big talent. And after one tournament, I was best player and top scorer. The first 3 teams, Sporting, Benfica and Porto, they asked me to come to play, and I was I'm supporting Sporting Lisbon, so I say straight, yes, I'm coming. But when I'm coming to Lisbon, it's difficult because I was 12 years old, so I leave my fathers, my mother, and my brother, I leave all my family back, and I go to live alone, to one place just to play football, and it's not easy because I was a child with 12 years old. But when you move to other town, you go to look what you want. You want to play football, you want to be a professional football player, you have to miss many things. Of course, it's not easy to, as you play in one big team in Europe, even in the academy, you don't have time to enjoy your life as one child on the same age of you. So you have to leave a few things back. And of course, the school was not easy, but I was sure that my father and my mother, they was proud of me if I continue on the school. And it's not so difficult because if I could, because I went in university in economy, I studied economy only 1 year in the university, and I quit. I couldn't handle it. But it's not so difficult. If you want to go in the front in the school, you always can. You can make both of them, but of course, first football, then school, but you can share between both of them in your time. I started in Sporting Lisbon when I was 12 years old. I stayed there all the academy. I stay about 10 years, and on my first year to play as a professional player, I play in first division in Portugal. Allowed. I go 1 year in Penafiel. I come back to Sporting Lisbon because I had more 2 years contract with Sporting. The second year I went in Holland to play in RBC Roosendaal in first division. Then I come back again in Sporting. Then I released my contract and I played 1 year in Vitória de Guimarães. Then I went in Cyprus to play in Omonia for 1 year and a half. I left from Cyprus and I go to Spain to Racing Ferrol. Then after 6 months I go back to Cyprus. I play 1 year and a half in Apop Kiniras, where I was the cup winner. And after that I had a serious injury in my knee, so I was about 6 months, 7 months without to play. Then I come back to Portugal. I stay in Estoril for 6 months. Then I went in Morocco to play in Kaukab Marrakesh, where I was 1 year. Then when I come back, I had some problems because they didn't pay me at all, and I have to go to FIFA. And because of all these problems, I stay around 5 months without to play. Then in January, I go back to Cyprus. I play in one team is calling Paphos. Then I come back to Portugal. I was going to stay there, but I had some proposal from Oman, just near to Dubai, and I stayed there 1 year. So it was my career. Now I'm in FC Goa. When you are inside of the field, even for training or for the match, I think match is something special for all of us. I think you forget about every problems that you have or something that is not so good. You forget about everything. Especially in Europe, the last 3-4 years, there was I had this problem for all the years, and I went with 4 teams in FIFA because they are just not being professional at all. And it's normally when you want to win, when you want to have a good team, a good group, you have to have everything around you that make you for this to happen. Otherwise, you cannot. All the time they say, what make you to be happy? Just do it. Okay, I'm in India now in ESL, in FC Goa. I'm happy to be here. I don't want to be in somewhere else. Now I'm here. I want to be here. I want to do my best to help the team. And later we will see. But of course it's important to have all our friends, my family to support me. For me it was a little bit different because when I was 15 years old I make I think still the biggest contract ever in young boys in Portugal. I signed 7 years for Sporting Lisbon, so from 15 years old I'm professional football player. So when you have one contract like this, everything comes easy for you. So even the boys that they was with me, they can afford this because the club, if you come there to live in the academy, they pay you the school, they pay you the food, everything is from them. So you just keep your salary, even if you take less salary, but it's easy to support this. In my career, I have many good memories. Of course, because now he's one of the best players in the world, I play with Cristiano Ronaldo for 7 years in Sporting Lisbon, and I live in the same academy for 6 years. Because he was from Madeira, I was born in Coimbra, so we went there in the same year and we stayed many years together. And of course I will keep memories to play with Cristiano, Quaresma, João Moutinho, Hugo Viana, all of them they was with me, Nani, Varela. But the best moment was in my career was when I was cup winner in Cyprus and we go to play UEFA games against Rapid Vienna. And this was, I think, the time that I could make the step up to go and play in a big team in Europe. Unfortunately, after these 2 games with Rapid Vienna, I was one of the best players in both games, and some managers, they called me and they said that there was interest from Rapid Vienna, but they couldn't make agreement with my team. Then after 2-3 weeks, I make the ACL on my knee, so I stopped for 6 months and everything was finished. I can tell you that I play in many countries different. I play with many foreigner players from every world. I can tell you that for us it's more easy to come here and play because all the players that they are around us, they are very nice people. Like we are friends, like we know each other from many years ago, and when it's like this, when you have a good group, you come in the team easier. And for us, the climate, okay, is a little bit different because it's too hot here and the humidity is high. But last year I was in Oman, so we play with 46, 47, 48 degrees, so it's almost the same. When I was in Portugal, I was going to play in a team there, and the things they didn't happen. But the week after, someone called me and asked me about to come here if I was interested. And of course, when I see the project, I see all the players that they are here around, many famous players like Pires, Trezeguet, Del Piero, all of them, Anelka, Ljungberg, Capdeville. If these players they come here, so this means something. This means that it's something serious. It's a project that the people will work very hard on it to be good. I think every team has the chance to win because it's a small tournament. It's very hard to play 2-3 games in 1 week. So which one will be the team with more confidence, with more, that prepare on the week? I think they will be the winners because everybody can face. It's 2-3 months, so the championship will be very tough. Who have the best condition, I think, will be the winner. But I think it's 8 teams. Anyone have the chance to win. Every team have good players, good starts, good Indian players. So everybody will fight to be the champion. But of course, FC Goa, I hope will be one of the teams that will be in the first 4 to make the semi-finals and the final, because semi-finals is it's like it's too much. Or you kill, or someone kill you. So I hope. I can speak about my team because the other ones I didn't see, but about my team is we have good players, strong team. I think we can go far. It was my first time in India, in Portugal, because our past is even in school Even if you don't want, you have to learn about India, because it's our past. People from Portugal was here, and still people from Portugal here. Okay, we know many things about India, but for me it was my first time here. But I'm surprised about the country, the nice people, sympathetic people, people that is open mind with us. Easy they take us. So for us is very nice. We feel very good with that.
Well, the one thing that Marcelino will also relate to is some of the old Portuguese-influenced architecture. Here's a look.
The church was built in 1541, and now it completes more than 450 years. God always is with the people, standing their faith and making them fruitful. This church is dedicated to the Immaculate Conception. She is the patroness of our church. All over the world, people have a great devotion to Mother Mary, the mother of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Savior of the mankind. Nowadays, the Christians have to face difficult times to preserve their faith. I hope and pray that our people also will strengthen their faith, grow in faith, and make it very fruitful, even be ready to suffer for the faith. Thus, show their fidelity to our Lord Jesus Christ. I wish this brother all the success in their endeavors. My pleasure to wish all success to FC Goa, Football Soccer Club of Goa, which very soon will be taking part in the tournament at all India level. May God bless this club through the intercession of Mother Mary, the Immaculate Conception.
It was built in 1939. It was completed, and it was built by my father-in-law, Leonce Royce, civil contractor in Bombay. He brought all the materials and everything from Bombay to build this house. And secondly, that it was not liberated that time. I don't want to renew this house because the old painting which is there, it is very difficult to get it now. Because of the house, I'm here. I like this house and I maintain it from 1968, and since then we are staying here. FC Goan, and I wish them all the best, and I like sports very much, and wish them all the success in the future.
Area as well as countries, which was known as the Latin Quarter of Pension. These houses have come up at least more than 100 odd years ago. It is difficult to maintain these houses. It's expensive to maintain something that is old, because a lot of woodwork has to be changed every alternate year or every 2, 3, 4 years. But I would prefer living in an old house, because these houses have got high ceilings, they have got mud walls. It's much more cooler to live in these step houses than to live in newly constructed houses. Viva FC Goa!
Now, what does Robert Pires truly fancy, and what could be the one thing in his training that he wished he could do without? We shot him a rapid fire round.
My idol is my father. No, I think my great memory is when we won the World Cup in '98. My favorite soccer team is Arsenal. I don't like the session physical run. Win a run without ball, I don't like. I like when you play five against 5. That's very good, very intensity. If I was not football soccer, maybe I was a driver. My favorite food is Greek food. Yeah. So my favorite dressing style is when I put simple basket, jeans and t-shirt, white or black, depends. So my favorite actress is Holberry. I like Goa, but I love the people, especially because you are helpful with me and with my partner. So thank you very much.
And that's all we have today. Coming up tomorrow, Bruno Pinheiro opens up and we bring you a spiritual treat.
FC Goa.